Hey everybody, my name is Emily. Welcome back to my homestead. I'm headed out to take care of the chickens for the morning, and I'm bringing you along because I'm hoping to get started on a project today. An overall update for the chickens over the winter is that I gave up trying to corral them. They basically have run of the entire barn, and I'm living with that for now. I decided not to clip any of their wings just for safety reasons, for them being outside with predators all around in the woods. Can't really protect them like maybe I would like to. And that has created the problem of them being all over the barn, which has led to them laying eggs not in the nesting boxes. Which brings me to the project. Not trying to corral them again yet. I do have plans to do that eventually, but they're really noisy in there, so I'm not going to open the door yet. The other problem is that some of the chickens have started eating eggs out of the nesting boxes. So I am perfectly happy with letting the chickens lay eggs not in the nesting boxes and outside of their stall that they're supposed to be in, because then at least those eggs are safe and don't get all gross and stuff. So let's go say hi to the chickens. Good morning. Here is one of the areas where they've been laying eggs. Basically the only area they've been laying eggs outside of the stall. Yeah, it's gross in here. Hi everybody. Good morning. Good morning. That's where they're supposed to be laying eggs. So as you can see, they get up in the rafters. They've totally torn down this orange fencing stuff that was on this portion of the wall. They haven't torn that up yet. But that's not the project today. The project is hopefully to build. First of all, we need more nesting boxes in this because of the number of chickens. And two, I want to make rollaway nesting boxes. See this gray chicken? It's supposed to be a whiting true blue, but I don't think it is because it doesn't look like the other three at all. But I'm pretty sure she is waiting for somebody to lay an egg. She's just pacing back and forth in front of the nesting boxes, going in and out, and she does this all the time. Oh my goodness, what was that? But this lady's over here has an egg under her that I believe is a cuckoo Moran's because it looks pretty dark brown. She will be laying a light brown egg. So I'm just going to hang out until she's done, so that I can collect both of those eggs and they can stay intact, hopefully. She's got an egg in there. That's not hers though. That's too dark to be hers. Good girl. Good job protecting that other egg. Magdalena, go away. Yeah, we still have not named all the chickens. That one is Magdalena, which is her full name is Magdalena Hagdalena Ukataka Wakataka Okamoka Poka. If any of you know that camp song. But we named her that because she got kind of disfigured. Somebody ripped off the frills from her wattle, and she was looking pretty rough. She looks a lot better now. She recovered way better than I thought she was going to. But she's... Oh, somebody laid an egg on the other spot. She spent a few nights in our garage because of that. Bob, is that you making all that noise? This is Bob. The youngest wanted to name one of the chickens Billy Bob Joe for some reason, but I was already thinking this one seemed like a Bob to me. And I think she's the one that just laid an egg, so let's go check. Oh, well, it's going to be impossible to tell because Buffy and... Which one are you? Goldilocks. Buffy and Goldilocks are in here. There is an egg in there, I saw. And that looks like a blue one, maybe. Oh, there's two eggs down there. There's a white one and a blue one, it looks like. Oh, and a brown one. So that means Goldine has already laid her egg. You can tell this is their favorite spot. So that one is Buffy, because she's got a buff color on her chest, and that is Goldilocks, one of our golden laced Wyandottes. The other golden laced Wyandotte is named Goldine, after the Pokemon. Don't break the eggs, girls, dang. Chill. But obviously they both want to lay their eggs there. The Leghorns are also laying their eggs there, and one of the Cuckoo-Morans does sometimes. Oh, look, she's tucking it back in because they knocked it out. Just wait your turn, Goldilocks. Yeah, there's Goldine. She has a comb that is not quite right for her breed. It's floppy. Okay, back in here, it looks like she gave up. Yeah, that is a Cuckoo Moran egg, not a White Orpington egg. It's still warm because she was laying on it, but she did not lay an egg yet. Maybe she just got hungry or had to go to the bathroom or just got super annoyed by Magdalena bothering her. But I got one egg this morning. Now, there's one other area of concern where there may be some eggs, and I really need to get up there and check it out. But you see, that is one of the Leghorns. We've got two of them. There's a white egg over there in that pile of chickens where they're fighting over who's gonna lay their egg there. So one of the Leghorns already laid their egg. I think Amber lays her egg over there too sometimes. That's Amber. Neither of the Leghorns have names yet. But the other day I saw one of them inside of the wall. You see, there's that one, like, tucking her head down there. That's above the window. But where I saw them was over this window in the other stall. And I could just see her through that crack there. I could just see her moving around. So the walls are hollow. Like, these boards just have gaps behind them that goes all the way down. If you were around when the cat fell in the wall in the other barn, same thing. The wall goes, there's a gap all the way down to the floor, except above the windows. So one of these two, don't know which one it was inside the wall. The other one was on top of the wall, like, looking at it, like, what are you doing? Kind of like that one's doing now, looking down inside the wall. Well, one of them was just laying in that spot above the window, and I'm worried that maybe she decided to lay an egg in there. So I need to get a ladder in here and check, and hopefully that is not the case at all. First, I've got to go feed the cat and dogs and myself, and then hopefully get right back out here to work on the nesting boxes before it starts getting really cold again. It's currently above freezing. Yay! But it's supposed to start raining possibly and then get colder below freezing and turn into snow and ice and nastiness this afternoon. So I'm hoping to get the boards that I need cut up and then inside before it gets gross. The boards I need are in that little open-sided shed that's out in the chicken enclosure that they were using for like shade over the summer. They still hang out in it if there's not too much snow for them to get over there, but there have been feet of snow for weeks and weeks and weeks, so they haven't been outside a whole lot. They're enjoying it the last couple of days though. So I'm gonna get those boards that are in that shed, get some MDF. Plywood would probably be better, but I'm gonna use what I've got. I'm gonna get them hopefully cut up into sizes that I could easily transport by myself instead of needing help to carry them across the snow. That would be, I think, impossible at this point. But, and then be able to work inside, and then it won't matter as much what the weather is doing once I can get those boards inside. Well, the good news is it's not raining right now, but the bad news is it is already snowing very heavily. So I'm in the big barn. I'm going to take these sawhorses out to that shed. Dare I cross this path that I have not walked yet? I guess. Pretty far down. Well, some of it's not too bad. Okay. And I gotta go all the way over there. Looks like one of the chickens is out here. That is Fancy Nancy. If you can see her on the camera. What are you doing out here? Everybody else is inside. The other inside. You know, where there's food and water. I don't know who Big Al is, but happy birthday, however many years ago that was. They heard me. Hi! Oh, Jackson's joining us. Well, let's get these things set up. Okay, I got this up. It's a little less warped than that one. This one's kind of curved. It's also been on the sand, so that corner at least has gotten kind of wet. It's got a weird spot right here. It looks like kind of like spider web almost. And then it's kind of broken over there, but we'll use some of this, and if it's not enough, hello. These are the 3 white Orpingtons. They hang out together all the time. But if this one's not enough, then we'll get into this birthday sign. I think the other side actually has a wedding congratulations on the other side or something. You just want to see what I'm up to? Huh? You just seeing what I'm up to? Let's go get some more tools. Okay, you're excited about this project, huh? Good. Me too. Now I've got to go around and open that door and plug that in. Hopefully it will reach without me needing to get a second extension cord. Let's see. While I'm in here, there's a couple eggs. Looks like thankfully nobody's tried to eat yet. Remove these. They're slightly different colors. One of them is for sure the Orpington. I don't know what the other one is. Put these up here for now. And we'll see if they're done laying over here. What? Goldilocks, you're still here? Okay, I'll get those later. Let's go unlock that door. Just ignore that. That's a mess. I don't want to talk about that. Uh-oh. We're stuck. The snow may be making this a little difficult. Move. Okay. Got it dislodged a little bit. Okay. It's enough for me to get through at least. I think it'll reach. Got snow all over it, so I use my glove to dry it off. It reaches. So this is what I'm working with. I got these paint trays. I want to make 8 sections, kind of like the filing cabinet that's currently in there, but then double-decker with this being where the rollout spot is, and it'll hinge up. So they'll lay the egg here and it'll roll down into here. What? Holy cow. The rooster's gonna join in too. I'm pretty sure they see that electrical cord as some sort of threat because they all came out and were standing just a bit away from it, looking at it and screaming. Maybe they think it's a gigantic snake. I don't know. I forget where I was, but yeah, they'll lay here. It'll roll down here. I've got some rubber mat to cut and put in there to cushion it for when it comes down. And then I'll have a piece that hinges over these. This looked more doable in a shorter amount of time for me than having to figure out what angle to cut and all that. I watched lots of videos, different people doing stuff, and I saw this idea a couple times, and I saw the one where, you know, you make the bottom piece angled a bit, and everybody had a different opinion on what the best angle was going to be. So, like, you know what? Paint trays, it'll cost a little more because I have to go buy paint trays. They were $3 a piece or something like that for the trays, $3.20 something. That's not too bad in the grand scheme of things, especially since I'm using this free MDF board that was just sitting here on the property when we got here. And I'd rather get it done quick than completely free. It never would have been completely free because I still would have needed to buy hinges at the very least and something to line the ramp and where the eggs hit. so that hopefully they won't break. But I'm going to kind of draw out where I want to do the cuts, and then I will get started on that. There's a little bit right here, but use a wood chisel to get that out, I think, pretty easily. Not bad. Thought that was going to be harder. I need to sharpen my pencil. I actually realized what time it is and I need to go in and get something prepped for dinner. Making pie crust is going to sit for about an hour before I can roll it out. So get that done, come back out for a few minutes before I have to go make the rest of dinner. So I'll see you in a bit. I am back out here and I'm going to transition from cutting up this shape piece into cutting the long pieces that will go on the bottom and the front of the rollaway section and the lid for the rollaway section, so that I can take all of this wood into the barn, because as it stands, I can't carry this happy birthday sign into the barn by myself, and definitely not through the snow. It's at the point where it's kind of melted some. So when you step on it, even if it's a path that I've packed down and was totally safe to walk on for weeks and weeks, now if you step on it, you occasionally just sink all the way down to the ground. And I don't want to do that, carrying something big and heavy. I might hurt myself. So I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way that I've been working on and get that board up here on the sawhorses to cut up. Here's the other side. Congratulations, Karen and Alan from ACBC. Those are the initials of the previous owners. So before I measure and cut this, I've already done some calculations and I want to make sure that those were correct. So I'm just setting up these 4 spaces, and I'm going to put the boards between them, make sure they're properly spaced, and then measure it to see if it matches my math. My depth measurement was correct, but my length measurement was off by almost an inch, so I'm glad I did that. I need 51.5 inches wide or long by 18 inches deep. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I cut that last piece 5 3/4 inches wide. That's going to be for the lid. And I need 2 of those. Well, that one is 5 3/4 inches. That piece that is left over. How did that is oddly perfect. And I mean, it's not completely straight all the way down. I mean, I'm just eyeballing these cuts, so probably nothing is straight. But it's so close to being exactly perfect. I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to get the scrap from the last board. And I need 2 4-inch pieces that are that same length for the front of the rollaway section. If I do a really good job of cutting this straight, this piece is exactly 8 inches wide. So I'm glad I used that piece, the first piece for that 5 3/4 cut, and this piece for the 4-inch cut, because I mean, it's worked out amazing. How did I get this lucky? Thank you for that miracle. I am almost out of light, and I need to go finish working on dinner. So I'm going to get all these boards that I cut and all my tools into probably the big barn. Because one, I don't want the chickens who have run of the whole barn to poop on anything overnight. So I don't want to work with chicken poo covered stuff. And 2, when I'm working on putting it together, I don't have to listen to the guineas scream at me all day. I mean, I'll still hear them, but they won't be right next to me. I didn't think I was going to get that shut. I'm just going to leave this electrical cord here for the night. Let me see, are all the chickens inside? I always count them because sometimes there's one still outside. Let's see. Alright, let's get those eggs. Oh goodness. There we go. Just a random container I left out here at some point. And I'll get the 2 that I left out, that I put up here on the shelf earlier. Okay, well, this is a really bad camera picture because it's so dark out here. But that's probably it for tonight. I'm working on that. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. And hopefully I will finish this project. Bye.